The WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by the SGPN app. Get all of our free picks and podcasts in one convenient app. Download the SGPN app today. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Know me, know the voice of the guy. It's me, really villain Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Yeah. Number one, shout out to my Valkyries. A lot has gone on, but I locked up my Valkyries and never in doubt. Never in doubt. What I will say is, however, on another note, the Seattle Storm. It's going to be some ugly times. I'll just say that much.
We're going to mention Connecticut too on that or no?
Connecticut's pretty bad as well.
You can argue Connecticut looked the worst of any team this entire weekend. But then again, they were against the Liberty, so it doesn't really help. But they got buried in that game.
You could say the Aces looked the worst of any team this weekend. As they got absolutely buried by the Phoenix Mercury. Scott, I said there was something fishy about that. And, you know, Mercury might come in there with a little chip on their shoulder. I didn't expect anything of this magnitude at all whatsoever. But, I mean, also, Aces start season off slow, horrible defensively. We've seen this story before. The Atlanta Dream start games off horribly slow. We've seen this story before, and now they're trying to battle back in the fourth quarter. Caleb McBride just hit a crazy three. It's a whole bunch going on. I am sweating my dog of the Reese rebounds. I need one more rebound. And what else? Scott. Oh, yeah. Scott Studio Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, I'm watching the Lakers get buried in the third quarter again, which has just been the exact same script in every single game of this series. But the Lakers, look, I'm sweating it out. I got Lakers halftime, Thunder full time. So I'm sweating it out right now. But yeah, they're up 13, can't complain. It's actually pretty funny because I had somebody who was reaching out to me on Twitter who was complaining about my biased or I'd say clueless analysis on the Lakers and Thunder series because I wasn't blindly blaming the officials for why the Lakers are getting their ass kicked in every game. And he wasn't having it. And then I looked where he was from and it said Los Angeles. And I said, yeah, that sounds about right. So I don't really care. Once again, we might end up seeing a couple of crazy WNBA finishes. The Dream game is pretty crazy right now. And we'll see how the Sky game ends up going. But yeah, we had a crazy game this afternoon. We saw the Fever once again not guard anybody for an entire game as they gave up 100-plus points. Becker shot 80% from the floor. 80? She bricked the 2 free throws at the end. They had a couple of chances to tie the game up. But yeah, the Wings bench, pretty good. They got some depth, and damn, the Fever can't guard anybody. That was my main takeaway from the games today. That Fever defense is a joke.
The Indiana Fever and Dallas Wings game had more total points than the New York Knicks and Philadelphia 76ers games 2 and 3.
Yeah. Wasn't fluky either. Wide open looks left and right.
I mean, there we go. Is there? Was that it? That was it.
Well, Reese got a rebound?
Yep. 14.
Nice.
Cash that dog. Nice little +1 in 40. I'll take that. Never in doubt, Reese on the rebounds. Never in doubt. I wish you had finished there. I really do. I have no thoughts other than the Lynx are still really good, and I think the Dream are just as good, but like the Lynx are still very good. Olivia Miles is amazing. All right, Let's get into it. We have 4 games to talk about on a Sunday. Hey, if you're not listening to the NBA Gambling Podcast, the same podcast that you know me, Scott, do, we do it with Lonte over there on the NBA channel, this channel, then make sure you are listening to us and everything that's going on in the NBA playoffs right now. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. All right. let's get into it. First game on the docket. Can I play it?
Yeah, of course. 100%.
I understand that they are 0-1, and both of these two teams could win every game the rest of the season and prove us completely wrong.
That Sun loss felt like 15 losses. It really did. Like, they were down 30 off the rip. It was ugly. That game was so just pathetic. Yeah, that felt like 15 losses right there.
The Seattle Storm are on the road going to play the Connecticut Sun. The Sun are catching 2 at home. 162 is the total. Do I have anything of note? Shea Petty's out. Aaliyah Edwards is still out. Matt Begor is out. I mean, okay, Connecticut, you can get your first one. I mean, they got to win games eventually. Like, they're not going to not win games the whole season. They'll, oh my God. Was that Sienna Pow who's been in foul trouble all game with a potential go-ahead bucket? Oh, dude. How do you not love the W? No way the Dream won with 11 seconds to go after what they've done this entire game. You cannot take a Dream team pregame. You cannot take the Dream team game. You have to wait until they go down in the first half and then bet them. That was my mistake that I remembered over the course of the weekend. Fade the Dream in the first half, take them in the second half. Yes, sorry. This toilet bowl. No Matt Begor. I really don't know what consistent offense outside of Dom Malonga and potential of Flage being good, but it's not as like, it doesn't look like how Olivia Miles looks right now. I understand they're two completely different teams, two completely different situations, but it's just not. She's going to take some time to go and reach her full potential. It's not going to be as automatic as somebody like Olivia is doing right now as I'm watching. So with that being said, I'm just going to say that Connecticut figures it out at home. It's a toilet bowl game. Take points.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Storm in this one.
Really?
I am. I didn't think they were that bad. I know that once again the Valkyries are worse than the Liberty. The Liberty were missing an SQ, so they weren't exactly at full strength. But either way, you had the Valkyries minus the points. Did you think the Storm were that bad? They hung in there for part of the game there. It wasn't like they got smacked. Connecticut was just, the game was over in the first 10 minutes. It was just a mess. So you could argue once again the Liberty or the Liberty, and it's a little bit just of a different challenge because they're against a top tier team in the league compared to the Valkyries who are good. But I think the Storm are better. I mean, you could argue that once again both teams are going to be quite underwhelming, but Griner had herself a decent stat line. I thought it was mainly garbage time. I thought she was kind of a non-factor for the entire game. I think at the end of the day, I'm going to go with the Storm. I'm probably not going to bet this, but I think that at least Malonga is the best player on the court as far as I'm concerned. That's good enough for me. I'll go for Seattle, but I'm probably just not. I'm probably going to have no action on this game at all.
Atlanta 1-0, getting a 1-point win after that is crazy.
Nice one.
It was 14 points at halftime. So I just don't believe in a team that's starting Steph Dolson and Tisha Heidemann. I'm sorry. You're not going to sell me. As much as I think Jordan Horston's a pretty solid player, she's working her way back from injury. She's just a glue piece to good players. She's not somebody that's going to help build this team. Malonga is good. Malonga will be great. 21-8 in the last game. She's solid. But everybody else, dog, no. And now they're on the road. That was the greatest of situations of them having their home opener playing against the Valkyries, who are a close proximity rival, I would say. I'm so not sold on Seattle. I'm sorry. And I think that this Connecticut game, after how Connecticut lost to the Liberty, they are going to show up for their last home opener in Connecticut. Last home opener. They'll show up. Anissa Mora will be strong on the glass. Brittany Griner will be able to score on the inside. I think they'll be fine. So we're on the opposite sides of the toilet bowl game there. Scott is laying the points in the toilet bowl. I am taking them. 162 is the total over.
Yeah, I'll go over with you. I saw a 160.5, but I guess the line went up. I'll go with the over too. I don't trust either team to guard anybody.
Yep. Only concern is that, early Sunday start time, but like, whatever. Both these two teams aren't defending the painted area. So,
yeah.
Next up, New York Liberty. They're in DC. Mystics home opener. Liberty laying 5.5. 260.5 is the total. You will not see a. Let me see. So Satu's not playing. Beck Allen is not playing as well. We know Phoebich is overseas. We know Sabrina's out. Cody McMahon is not playing with an elbow injury for the Mystics, and Michaela Onyenwere is still out. So, okay, ways the Mystics can find themselves in this game. The Liberties still may have an issue on the glass. So we'll see if they'll be very, very strong on the glass in terms of rebounding. And Kiki, Shakira, like the bigs they have, can impact the game in that note. However, I'm pretty sure, almost positive, Mystics still aren't that good.
They didn't look good against Toronto. I mean, nobody on Toronto could have shot the entire game, but that game was a rock fight for the entire way through. Like, that was a disgusting game of basketball.
And it's like, it's a false confidence of getting a win like that on the road in Toronto that you like come back and you play just an absolute juggernaut that just scored 106 in their first game and they're injured.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, right now the Liberty aren't playing the sexy names, but they just continue to get the job done. 31 points by Brianna Stewart in that first game.
I didn't learn anything about the Liberty, though, from game one because we think the Sun are going to be one of the worst teams in the league. So it's not like I really learned anything, you know?
Yeah, but they still have really good guard play in terms of just setting up offense. And
yeah.
I mean,
I know Joanna's look great. Like, they look good in general. Just I can't tell if it's the Liberty being great or the Sun being terrible or both.
The rookie Pauline Astier looked really good. She had 4 assists. Marie Johannes had 3 assists. But Najalini Hamilton had 4 assists. Julie Van Loo off of the bench had a double-double. Like, I think the Mystics, although they are at home, are just punching
up above their weight class.
Yeah, just punching above the weight class here. Like, okay, Shakira has good games against the Liberty. If she continues to go off, she could be okay. Kiki on the glass could be a problem. But, like, if they play good defense against Sonia Citron, where's the scoring coming from?
For the record, I agree with you. Like, I would go with the Liberty in this game because I don't think the Mystics look good either. I'm just pointing out that I can't tell if I learned the Liberty are still really good or if the Sun are terrible or both. But Joanna's looked good in the, once again, step-up spot with Ionescu being out. You mentioned that there was really just a bunch of other people who stepped up in her absence. Delaney Hamilton had a crazy ankle breaker, which is pretty cool. But I'm with you. I mean, the Mystics, they couldn't score against the tempo. The issue was that Sykes and Mabry were just awful from the floor. But yeah, I'm with you. The Mystics really didn't do anything to wow me in that game.
All right. Liberty, laying 5.5. 158.5 is total. Oh, well, no, it's up to 160.5 now, Scott. Yeah, I guess we just bank on the Liberty just scoring a whole bunch of points again. That was really the thing that messed up the Connecticut total.
It was.
It's really annoying. Blew the parlay, first leg. Yikes. All right. Before we get to the next game of the slate, Brocco. Got to talk to you about Brocco, the sportsbook and casino. Tons of ways to get in on the action with Brocco. They got you covered for all major sports, offering over 100,000 sports markets a month. Brocco's available in a ton of states. They have blackjack. Wednesdays are for blackjack. Actually, play blackjack on Wednesdays. Again, 50% of your losses back. Depositing and withdrawing is very easy. Money in, money out. Lightning fast. Bank, Apple Pay, even cryptocurrency. Get a free $5 and purchase match up to $100 at Brocco using promo code SGPN. Brocco, BRACCO, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Kalshi, real money prediction market, legal in a ton of states. Kalshi has a whole bunch of different trading options for you, NBA, WNBA, MLB. Make sure you head over there to Kalshi. New Kalshi customers get $10 when they use that promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, KALSHI, promo code SGPN. All right. Ooh, it was rough the first game for the Las Vegas Aces. Now they're on the road, laying 3.5 against the Los Angeles Sparks. 175.5 is the total. Second leg of a back-to-back. I mean, I guess we could say they played a basketball game today. Rotating door defensively for the Las Vegas Aces. Almost shot 50%. And it was 46% from three. So I think I talked about the possibility that the Aces do the thing that they did last year where the defense is just horrible in the beginning of the season. Now it's like they're the Aces, so like can they bounce back? Like this is another 30-point loss. What happened the last time they had a 30-point loss? 21-3. So like can they bounce back from this? Yes. But it's the beginning of the season. Nobody's legs are under them. They're on the second leg of a back-to-back. After giving up 99 the night before, is this really the spot for the Aces to have a bounce-back game? I don't know. I don't like the spot of that.
Sparks haven't played yet, so like we don't really know what to expect from them.
And I know we don't have like high, lofty expectations for them, but I mean, this Sparks team gets up for the Aces. What do you think?
I like the over. If we're going for totals, I mean, the Aces didn't look good defensively, and I feel like every game between these teams always goes over. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm just picking points. It's really tough to, once again, I think I'd have to go Sparks because it is a back-to-back in the first like days of the season, which like is just such a horrible scheduling spot. So I think I have to go with the Sparks, but we don't think this team's going to be good. So I guess I'm just on the over, but I think it's Sparks or pass.
I gotta think it'd be different because there's my concern is that I can understand that there's a word like Phoenix can be a good defensive team. We liked them last year, led by AT. They can be a good defensive team. The Sparks absolutely cannot be a good defensive team. And so my concern is that even if this gets a close game down the line in the fourth quarter, they just blow it as Sparks do. Maybe I would take like a first half line on the Sparks. I'm just so pessimistic on it. I'm taking the Aces laying at 3.5, but like I admit that I am not enthusiastic about anything Aces right now. This is a horrible, horrible scheduling spot with how they looked in that first game. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine it's that drastic of a turnover, but like the Sparks are also horrible defensively in all aspects. And I don't think that's changing with NECA coming to town. So, all right, we're on over. That's the best play here. 175.5. We split the side. Hey, that Mercury team is also playing the second leg of a back-to-back. They're going up against my Valkyries, laying 2.5 at home here. 154.5 is the total. Let's see here. Injury report. I know we've got one. I feel like I saw something pop up across my screen earlier today. Let's see. Sammy Whitcomb, Akoa Makani, both out. Tepes is out, of course. Rupert's not playing with the team. Zandalicini is out as well. Scott, I have to say, I don't think the Valkyries slowed down at all. This is a well-oiled machine that is built to be good, maybe not great. And I can admit that. There's a level that they can get to where they start to become great. But this is a good, well-oiled machine. And now they're in the first home game. I understand why the Valkyries are laying 2.5. If the Mercury were laying any amount of points in this game, the Valkyrie would have been an automatic dog for me. I mean, this team took the Mercury to war last season. This Valkyries team plays well at home. Janelle Salon came off the bench and had 20, just as good as she can. Caitlin Chen proved why she bumped Kate Martin out of that roster spot. She had 14 on 50% shooting. Veronica Burton was still really good. Yeah. And we still haven't seen Gabby Williams be unleashed. So, like, this team is great. I'm just going to let you know. This team is great. Love this team. It's going to take a lot for me to fade them, especially at home. Valkyries, my Valkyries, laying 2.5 all the way.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's a good spot. We know they were great at home last year, but it's also just a great letdown spot for the Mercury. I mean, you got swept in the finals. You immediately had a chance at revenge, and you proceeded to bury them by about 90 in their home arena. Now you're playing again on back-to-back. I think it's a great letdown spot. They played basically a perfect game today. Like, I'm not going to really tell you the Mercury right now are full title like favorites or anything like that. They had one great game. I mean, the Aces didn't play well too, so it kind of takes two to tango. But look, at the end of the day, they're on a back-to-back. They are still traveling from they're still traveling to LA. And the fact, or to Golden State. And the fact is the Valkyries had a day off, good rest advantage for them. But it's mainly just a phenomenal letdown spot. I think we'd agree whether the Aces play terribly or not. The Mercury went into that game with a purpose.
Yep.
Because they had a chip on their shoulder from what happened at the end of last year.
Yep.
I think they used up all of that energy to beat the crap out of the Aces. And I think they lay a relative egg here. I'd say energy-wise and emotionally. I think they left it all in the Vegas game. I'll go with the Valkyries -1.5.
And for that reason, I'm taking the under 154.5. I understand the Valkyries gave up 80 points in the last game to Seattle score while they scored 91 of their own. But I think the Seattle Storm are poverty right now. So don't read too much into that. Though 66 points that the Mercury held the Aces to, I think is pretty impressive. I think that translates over. However, the Valkyries proved their point of, no, we're still really, really locked down defensive team. And the Mercury scored all their points today. So, yep, I am on under 154.5.
All right, I'm going to join you. I think the Valkyries once again do a great job defensively in this game. I don't mind the Mercury team total under after having such a perfect offensive game in the opener. I think that once again they might end up being held to like 70. So I don't mind a Mercury team total under.
All right. Let's talk about player props player projections for all of these games, because we can do Underdog Fantasy. Shout out Underdog Fantasy, their brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5. Get $50 in bonus funds when you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Scott, let's make a little underdog lineup for the day.
Go.
Let's see here. We have Well, we expect a bunch of points in Aces Sparks. We expect points in Sunstorm.
I mean, do you want to just go Malonga to start?
Let's see here.
Those are the only players we like on that entire team.
Oh, wait.
I don't know if it's listed. We might be missing a game or two.
No, I don't have the market at all.
Okay. But you mean market is in game, or you mean market is in just for Malonga?
No, for WNBA overall.
Oh, well, I guess never mind then.
Nope, we can't officially do. But I would 100% do Malonga points. She had 21 in the first game.
Yeah.
Yep. No, nobody has WNBA projections listed at all.
All right.
Okay.
This is what it is.
So if I were to spitball this, Malonga points, I would say there's no shot Asia doesn't have the bounce back, put up a whole bunch of points against the Sparks. And if they lose that game, it's not going to be because of her. So I would take her points again.
Okay.
And then,
I mean, did you want to do Kiki rebounds again?
Yeah, she had 16?
Yeah, she had a monster game.
Yeah, and the Liberty or Horwald Glass. So it would be Kiki rebounds again. We would do something like that, and that would be our underdog lineup. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. It would be Kiki higher rebounds. It would be Asia Wilson higher points, and Dom Malonga higher points as well. All right. What's next? Rhythm. Make sure you go get that 7-day free trial with the power of data with Rhythm. Hey, WNBA is back in last season Rhythm track. 359 bets for a 58% win percentage in the W, resulting over $2,000 in profits. Make sure you go check out Rhythm. Promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for your 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm now. Use the power of data and cash in big with Rhythm. Promo code SGPN25. All right. Lock. Dog. We did good because I hit.
I'm still not sure because the sky blew the entire lead. So we're going to find out. But
we are going to find out, but I have relative confidence.
I do not. I'm just watching them play. Like the Fire throwing out the occasional full court press. They forced 2 separate 10-second violations. Like they don't know what they're doing, but we'll see what happens. Just keep going to Cardoso in the middle. That's all I could ask for. But either way, yeah, you're
okay.
Going first.
Lock. Am I going to do it back to back? I am. Give me the Valkyries lane 2.5. Dog. I would do some type of alternate. I would do a first half on the Sparks. Don't have that available. I would do a alternate on the Sun. Don't have that available. So I will make a parlay and I will just go for points. And yeah, give me both overs in the Sparks and the Aces game, over in the Sun and the Storm game for plus 256.
Okay. For my lock, I'm joining you. I'm going to take the Valkyries. I just think that it's a great spot for them. I think it's a good letdown spot for the Mercury as well. So give me the Valkyries at home, minus the 1.5 as my lock. For my dog, do I think the Liberty just beat the hell out of this team? like that's kind of where I'm at. I think the Mystics, once again, maybe the tempo just dragged the game down to make it as ugly as possible. But at the same point, the Liberty, I just think, are light years better than this team, no matter who's actually injured. I can actually take the Liberty to lead at the end of every quarter at plus 160 if I really wanted to go for that. But you know what? I'll go for the Liberty minus 10.5 at plus 155.
All right. Let's see. That's it. Anything else for people before we get up out of here, Scott?
Not really. Enjoy the games, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right. He's at Reichel Radio. I'm at @reallyreal__. Make sure you give us a follow. Yeah, I don't know why they don't have the props available. They're normally pretty good about that. I can understand not having them available in like Aces, Sparks, Mercury, Valkyrie they just played, but like Seattle, Connecticut, and Liberty Mystics. Oh, well, I guess they do have some of those available in those games, actually. Yeah, they do have some of those available. Kiki's rebounds on the Green Book or at 8.5 at minus 145. You could get 10 plus at plus 106.
Yep.
They do not have lines listed for Connecticut and Seattle. That really makes no sense because they play in 14 hours. So they should really be lines listed there. Oh, that's weird. We'll get it together over the course of the season. All right. With that, that's it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast is going to end like this. We are out of here.